Hey cuties, PeachY here, welcome back to a new video, and in this video we have some Monster High news to talk about. From our first real-life look and final reveal of Self-Scare Secrets Wave 2 Frankie Stein, first look at concept art prototypes of some upcoming Monster High G3 dolls, stock photos for Skulltimate Secrets Series 8, first look at Potion Minis Skelita, new Clawdeen Spa playset stock photos, River Styxx collector release updates, and more, so stay tuned, like, share, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell, consider becoming a channel member today. Link to join is down below if you're able to, of course, no pressure, and so you do not miss out when I post more content like this coming your way and keeping you up to date with all the dollty you love. But for now, let's get into it. First up for G1 news, yes, the River Styxx collector release happened yesterday for fan club members, and she did sell out, but not as quickly as I thought. I believe she sold out after a couple of hours. I kept checking like for her availability after I purchased her, and I do think like a couple hours she was still available on the website, but she eventually did sell out. But of course the public drop is coming now. It's happening today, the day after, on April 28th. So that's going to be the true test to see how long she takes to sell out on the public drop. Also, something new here is that she has been confirmed to be a pre-order release, meaning that she will not be shipped out right now. She's going to be shipped out until June. So yeah, until the 6th of June, apparently. That's when, around that time is when they're supposed to ship her out, or before June. So that's I mean, it's not too long, it's like over a month, but still, like, it's a bit unfortunate that they don't have her ready to go just yet. But did you purchase River Styxx on the member drop, or are you waiting to get her on the public drop? Again, I thought she would sell out instantly, but I think the fact she's a pre-order, maybe that means they've made more of her, so I don't know. But how do you feel about this doll? Again, did you buy her? Do you want to buy her? She's expensive, plus the shipping, so yeah, even if it's like the public drop without the membership fee, she's still like over $100 US. So that's just insane. But I do think it's also worth noting that the hourglass has actual sand inside of it. You can turn it upside down and it actually works as an hourglass. So I do think the functional hourglass is really neat, and that's probably also where some of the budget went into. But I still feel like she's too expensive, but I don't know. What do you think? Did you buy her? Yes or no? How do you feel? Do you like her? We also have updates on the Collector Killer Klowns from Outer Space doll. It's now been confirmed she's releasing on Mattel Creations on May 15th, which is just over 2 weeks. So that's actually really soon, and we haven't seen any leaks really of the actual doll, just a couple of accessories, and obviously the head mold is brand new. So here's the description of the doll. Warning, this Monster High Collector doll's creepy cute style might knock your block off, and not just because Shorty comes with boxing gloves in celebration of the 1988 cult classic horror film Killer Klowns from Outer Space. Shorty doll exudes wacky circus energy in a yellow jumpsuit with balloon animal shoes. Shorty's fabulous face is framed by long green pigtails and a gravity-defying tuft of hair. Popcorn and cherry garnish earrings add to the campy fun. Aliens get thirsty too, so Shorty doll comes with a bright pink cotton candy drink with the cutest customized swirly straw. Just don't ask about the drink's contents. Red boxing gloves are also included in case anyone wants to challenge Shorty to a match. Just watch out, because this clown has quite the right hook. With out-of-this-world packaging and doll stand for diabolical displays, this doll makes a perfect keepsake for fans of the movie. So yeah, basically it's confirmed that this doll will be wearing a yellow jumpsuit, will have balloon animal shoes, probably object healed. She's gonna have a drink, also boxing gloves, which probably going to be removable, so that's really cool. I'm very interested in a lot of these things that she includes her accessories, and also the face sculpt is new. How are they going to do the face paint? And the pigtails with the gravity-defying tuft of hair. Again, I'm also very curious, and I've never seen the movie, but this might be an actual doll that this might still be a doll that I actually end up getting, even though I have no connection to the movie, because maybe if the actual doll looks good, then, you know, it might still appeal. So I'm kind of interested to see how people will react to this doll, and you know, even if it's people who are not fans of the movie like me, like I'm curious, like, is she gonna do well or not? What do you think of this description and the release date being May 15th? Moving on to G3 news, yes, we have stock photos of the Clawdeen Scare-do salon playset with a doll. So previously we had a stock photo of the packaging, and now we have one stock photo of the playset itself and the doll out of the box, and just a better look at what she includes. I do think like there's definitely a difference between this picture of Clawdeen's hair and how Clawdeen's hair looks in the packaging. So in the packaging, her hair looks like a hot mess. It's very curly, but very, very big. Here in this picture where she's not in a box, her hair looks much more tamed. And that's probably because, you know, it's actually been styled and gelled. So there's definitely a difference. So I'm not really sure how her hair will end up looking like when people actually end up getting her. But it has been confirmed. Apparently she's got saran. So that's a first. I mean, I do think Clawdeen has had saran in a couple of dolls before, but it's very rarely, and not with this kind of curly texture. So this is going to be interesting. I like her face card, the makeup. It's kind of neutral, but it works. I like her outfit. You know, her little slip-ons and the furniture included here is also really nice. I don't think it's reused. I think these are all new molds, right? So these pieces will look really good next to her other like bedroom furniture playset pieces. So I think this is very, very cute. But I don't collect playsets, so yeah. But what do you think? Are you getting this? Then we also have a couple of new stock photos for the Skulltimate Secrets Series 8 dolls of Cupid and Clawdeen next to their, little luggage box playset packaging. So I think these stock photos, they kind of just further confirmed to me that they should have included pants. You know, I think the outfits here, what is included is good. The scarf is lovely, you know, but I do think pants like would have been nice, like would have been really neat, especially because this is a cozy kind of winter theme for this series. They even have scarves and like little beret hats. It's just weird. They don't have pants. But we also have a first look here at what seems to be concept art for Cupid's doll. And you can see here that at one point, instead of the little black hat, she should have included, she was going to include a pair of like headphones or like earmuffs, I think, that have kind of like the detail of a, oh my God, what's it called? Like the golden, like leafy texture looking thing around her head. A wreath, is that it? So you can see here that at one point, instead of the hat, she should have included that, you know, like the earmuffs with the golden kind of leaf details. And I have to be honest, I feel like that would have been better. I would have preferred the earmuffs instead of this black hat with the golden details painted on, because I mean, it's cute and it's a different shape of hat than we usually get, so it's unique, but I don't know, it just kind of looks like a butt, you know? So it kind of disrupts the silhouette for her head, in my opinion. But nonetheless, I do think it's really cool how the rest of her outfit basically has remained intact. So I think overall, Series 8 is the strongest with Cupid. Clawdeen is fine. I do like how they both have glitter makeup though. That's a really nice detail. And we even got some more stock images of these two dolls while I was recording this. So here we go. While I see, the more I see pictures of what they include, it really to me confirms that they should have included a second top, more accessories, perhaps like jewelry, earrings, you know, like a necklace, perhaps again pants. It does feel like they just don't come with a lot, and what they do come with at least is good quality apparently, but like the lack of details for Cupid on the wings and the legs, you know, stuff like that, I feel like also kind of brings these two down, you know, like it doesn't make them feel as high quality, as like high detailed and stuff. Like, yeah, I'm not sure. They're cute for sure, but at the same time, it's like, you know, you can't deny that there's definitely just less here that you're getting, right? Then we also have a first look here at what seems to be the prototype of the Draculaura potion reveal playset. And I keep wondering what is inside of the like front, you know, layer of the, like between the see-through portion of the lid, you know, like the entrance. Like it looks like liquid, but someone told me it could be sand, so I'm honestly not sure, but it seems to rotate, it seems to move, so I'm very curious. But this playset looks very cool, very self-contained. You know, I like playsets that are very, you know, compact and you can store away. Like foldable playsets I think are so fun, so I will definitely be getting this, and I feel like the doll also actually is really decently nice. But what do you think? Then we have a first look here at the next wave of potion minis, or little frights, whatever they're calling them these days. These are the little mini figurines, and in this wave we can see Skelita is gonna make her debut, and she looks so cute. I mean, obviously these are just the concept images of the characters, so I'm not really sure how accurate these outfits are to the finalized versions, but I mean, Skelita looks amazing. I kind of prefer the way they look here instead of how they look in the finalized versions, to be honest. Like, they always look a bit cheaper in person, you know, like the face screenings, the lack of painted details, the lack of articulation, the lack of anything really. They're just figurines. They're like Happy Meal toys, but like, you know, good Happy Meal toys that you don't mind having. So, but it just, if they looked good like here on the concept art, and perhaps if they had like movement at the elbows and knees, and maybe like a bit more detail in the face screenings, and maybe if they were a bit taller, I feel like these would be really good. But you know, they're cute. And Skelita again is here. I believe Skelita is next to Spectra. That is Spectra, I believe. Yeah, so it kind of looks like Elizabeth, but it's not Elizabeth. So yeah, I do like the outfits for all of these characters. Gulia is here, Laguna, Draculaura. I mean, this is very promising. Then we have a first look reveal at the final ghoul in Self-Care Secrets Wave 2, Frankie Stein. And these pictures are shared by Brandon Montenegro. And I believe, yeah, because the listings are now live for the Wave 2, at least in the US. For European fans, I have seen the listings, like they are like available, they exist, but I think it's like it's gonna take longer for them to ship out. Like I've seen Spectra and Cleo are available for purchase, but they're gonna be, you know, it's gonna differ when they actually get delivered. For Frankie, the listing is down, like they're not available right now. So I do think it varies, like depending on where you live, you know, the Amazon website you use, and I would say these are also going to be available in person, obviously, like in Target and Walmart, but you know, for European fans, I guess in Smith's Toys they will be available as well. Anyway, Frankie, super cute. They've got blue hair here with black streaks, pink makeup, and I guess Frankie's hobby here is the hair dyeing, which is like so cool. They include a second pair of hands that have like black gloves, you know, like black, you know, like gloves to like dye hair. And you can see a little bit of splatter of blue and pink on the black gloves. So that's really cool. That's a really nice detail. I do love how more and more G3 dolls are including more unique hand molds and, you know, second pairs of hands in some of these releases. So I do think that's very cool. You know, Skulltimate Secrets Series 8 has the mittens, you know, the gloves, second pair of hands. Skulltimate Secrets, Hollywood had the, you know, heart-shaped hands. Venus, self-scare Venus, or was it Fearbook Venus had the also gloves, you know? So more and more dolls in G3 are including these kinds of features with the hands, swappable hands, or like, you know, again, like the unique posable hands. So I love this. Frankie is adorable. Love the leg warmers. I think it's just, yeah, they're very simple dolls. You know, Self-Scare is a very simple line. What you're paying for here is mostly the unique accessories. But yeah, because the hair is poly. Yeah, the hair is polypropylene. Like, it looks awful, but you know, they're really cute. I think the entire second wave is maybe even better than the first wave. I think for sure. Yeah. Second wave eats down. Like, second wave is better than the first wave. Venus is amazing in the first wave, but like Abby and Draculaura are kind of like meh, you know, in the first wave. Second wave, I can safely say like all three of these ghouls look good. You know, Spectra is the best, but like Cleo, love her. Frankie, love them. Like, so yeah. What do you think? And speaking of, lastly, we also have a couple of what seem to be, again, prototype images of the Self-Scare Secrets Wave 2 dolls. So here we got Frankie, again, Cleo, and Spectra. I think overall they do look basically the same. You know, the accessories look the same. I think the biggest difference here with these prototype images is that for Spectra specifically, for some reason they made a difference here with the finalized version where they gave her socks instead of, you know, leg warmers. In the prototype image, you can clearly see they've all got leg warmers, but in the finalized version, Spectra is the only one with actual socks. So I do wonder, why did they make that creative decision in the last minute, and why give only Spectra socks and not Cleo or Frankie? I do think socks are better than getting leg warmers, right? So, but maybe, I don't know, maybe it had to do something with the legs being transparent, or yeah, I'm really not sure why they made that last second choice. Maybe it was like a really like minute detail that they just figured looked better to give her socks. But again, maybe give the others socks as well. I mean, I like the leg warmers, like, don't get me wrong, but now that I know, like, they can make these last minute calls, like, would you prefer socks or leg warmers on these dolls? Because I feel like for me, some thigh-high socks for Frankie would have been really cute, you know, for Cleo maybe even. But leg warmers are fine. What do you think of these prototype images of Self-Scare Secrets Wave 2? And that does it for today's little video. I hope you all enjoyed, and let me know what you think down below. Leave a like, share, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell, hype this video, cuties. Consider becoming a channel member today. Link to join is down below if you're able to, of course, to support that channel. That way, no pressure, and so you do not miss out when I post more content like this coming your way and keeping you up to date with all the dolls you love. Thank you also to all my currently subscribed members. I see you and I appreciate you all so much. Stay safe, be kind. I hope this next time stay peachy. Kisses.